Keep the smile going. Okay, good evening, everyone. I am delighted to welcome you to our weekly Team Mission Possible call. And truly, when we come together each week, it is about our mission, about inspiring healthy living around the world. It's about encouraging our team members and learning and growing. And for me personally, I've been in this with this mission for 33 years, and I'm still learning and growing and still developing my skills and disciplines and habits, working on attitudes when you need to. But you know what? That's the beauty of it. You never get tired of it, and you always can learn something new. So I am excited about our call this evening. Nancy Jakovac is a dear friend, been friend from this business for, I think you've been here 30 years, Nancy?
30 in June.
32.
No, it'll be 30 in June.
30 in June. All right. And so we worked together when we were in St. Louis, and we're working together today. It's a blessing and it's a privilege to introduce a 50 club. Whew. And plus, I'm thinking close to 75, maybe after this last month.
It was a month, I know that for sure.
Yeah, National Marketing Director out of beautiful Shiloh, Illinois, who is inspiring us all and keeping us all focused on something very, very important that builds our business, and that is creating better connections to connection calls. And so along with that and a few other wonderful surprise tidbits, Nancy is going to share with us tonight. So welcome, Nancy, and thank you, and welcome home from that 3-week
Thank you.
tour.
Thank you, Sharon. I do really want to make a comment here. I shared this with you earlier today, and I hadn't told a lot of people about it. And you said, yes, I think you should. You know, because Ron and I were diligent about building our business all those years ago when we got started, and because we treated it like a business, we didn't take anything for granted. Because of that, we now have an amazing group of individuals who are out there, working the plan and sharing our mission. And because of that, we took a vacation that was almost 3 weeks long. And do you know what we came home to? We came home to our biggest check. Not only did our business not fall off, it grew. It prospered while we were gone. And that is one of the strengths of network marketing. And so as Ron and I were on our travels, we talked about the business every single day. Every single day we talked about some aspect of our Juice Plus business, our Juice Plus family. What could we do to further other people's success along? And because of that, and because we were mindful of it every day, one of the things that we came up with was the question, we've been beating this drum about connection calls for a long, 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 long time. We wondered why people weren't doing them more. And I think we came up with quite a list of reasons, but at the top of that list was the feeling that maybe there are still individuals who are not comfortable with the network marketing aspect of our business. And with that in mind, I thought that I wanted to focus a little bit on tonight's call about just strengthening your belief in the network marketing industry. Well, you know, when you have something at the top of your mind, say for example, you bought a red car, all of a sudden you see red cars everywhere, or you're looking for something in particular and those things just jump right out at you. Sure enough, when we got home, in this weekend's St. Louis newspaper was an article about finding success in direct sales. And I'm going to read a little bit from that article, but as soon as this Zoom call is over, I found it online and I'm going to send it out as a Voxer message. So you'll have the entire text at your fingertips. But it's in the jobs section. And I said to Ron, look at this, you know, a mainline newspaper is offering an article about direct sales and network marketing in their jobs section. They're paying attention to what's happening finally. And so I devoured this article and I thought this is exactly what I need to share with all of you this evening before I get into a little bit of information about connection calls. The fellow who wrote this article is himself involved in network marketing. He has started his own company, but I get the impression that he's been in the industry for a lot longer than he's had his company. And one of the things he says is, what's better than being your own boss, setting your own hours, determining your own salary, and having an office wherever you happen to be? Well, it's the utopian world that has attracted tens of thousands of people who work independently in direct sales worldwide. And he does admit getting there isn't easy. It takes some grit and some courage to step away from the crowd and do something a little bit different. And that's why we're so proud of all of you, because you have had the courage to step out and do something outside the box, which is where we know the real excitement starts, not in your comfort zone. But I do just want to share a few statistics about network marketing that this fellow shares in his article. He quoted some numbers, cited some numbers from the Direct Selling Association, which you all know we are a member of the World Federation of Direct Selling Association. Their last figures that were available are from 2015. And in the year 2015, when other businesses were going under, struggling, having problems, direct sales grew 7.7% worldwide. But listen to this number. Do you know what the total sales was in that year? Now these are global figures. $183.7 billion worth of products were moved via network marketing. That's why a newspaper like the Post-Dispatch feels like they have to pay attention to us. We are a force to be reckoned with. We've been around network marketing, direct sales for more than half a century, and all of a sudden, it's not just the longevity that's getting people's attention, but it's these 4 other aspects, and I'm going to share these with you and then get into the connection call part of this. He says that network marketing offers entrepreneurial freedom. You can be your own boss with virtually no overhead costs. Do we share that all the time? It's recommended that you keep your day job at first, work your business part-time. Sounds like a Jay Martin training to me. I don't know. And if you finesse it just right and stay the course, you can ultimately be on your own full-time. So it offers unlimited earnings potential. Unlike the corporate world, you know, if you get too good at what you're doing, and we've heard people tell us that all the time, they either cut your territory or do something that's going to keep you from rising too far. Nobody in network marketing is trying to hold you down. We're all your cheerleaders, and we're all there to help you go as far as you want to go to reach your dreams. So that's entrepreneurial freedom. The second one, you've heard it from David Beavers, personal development. Direct sales is a cleverly disguised course in personal development. All successful direct sales companies are big on helping us become our very best selves. It ensures that we'll be more effective as entrepreneurs, promotes the continued growth of the company. You know, and this was beautiful when Jay Martin came up with the our company attitude all those years ago. If somebody comes into this business under any organization and isn't successful, that's a reflection on all of us. That's a reflection on our company. So we need to applaud everybody's successes. And I think as a company, we do that beautifully. How about continuous training? Sharon, we always said it, you're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. Exactly. For yourself, but not by yourself. And that continuous training is what sets the successful companies apart from the ones that are fly-by-night. But here's the one, here's the fourth one, and the one that I really want to focus on, camaraderie. Okay? We are like the four, how many musketeers were they? All for 3 musketeers, right? All for one and one for all. That's how we are in network marketing. We like connecting people who share our vision. We like connecting with people who are on our mission with us, and we support one another's successes. Here's what he says. Once you get involved, once you've chosen your company and get involved, staying around the campfire is key. We all need to stay connected. There has never been a person who has walked the stage as a new national marketing director who says, I did this all by myself. We need to stay connected. And that's where we get into the connection calls and how valuable they are. I'm going to share with you a little bit right now. When Sharon and I were growing up in this business, we just had weekly meetings. And Sharon says she doesn't remember saying this, but her line was, the only excuse for missing a meeting is death in the immediate body. And we took it to heart, Sharon. We did not miss those meetings. But here's what was so valuable about those weekly face-to-face meetings. We got to meet the people who had gone before us. We got to meet and hear the stories of the people who had paved the way and who were there to tell us, if I could do it, you can do it. This is my story. Sharon, I remember like it was yesterday. I never sold anything before I started with this company, not even Girl Scout cookies. You told us. And she was certainly someone I looked up to and wanted to emulate. So we need to get back to making sure that new people get exposed to as many stories as possible again, and we can do that through connection calls. Okay, I'm going to focus on the connection call aspect now. I want to encourage you, well, I'll save that for a little bit later. When we start a new person as a Juice Plus customer, what is our number one goal? We want that person to have the best Juice Plus experience possible as soon as possible. And so all of you are excellent at doing wonderful customer care. I actually pride ourselves on the fact that I think our group does some of the best customer care in the company. Sharon had, and I won't name names or point fingers or anything, but Sharon had some guest speakers at a recent Kentucky Lakes boot camp, and from a sideline group, not Mission Possible, not Dreamweavers, and she wanted them to do some training on customer care, and their response was, we just don't really do that much. It blew her mind, I'm sure, blew our minds. But so you can all pat yourselves on the back for this. You all teach, you do good customer care and you teach good customer care. But what do we want when we bring a new person on board as a Juice Plus rep? We need to see that person get some success as quickly as possible as a representative. You know, they can go out and start getting new Juice Plus artists pretty much on their own, using the videos, using the links that they can send to people, letting other people tell the Juice Plus story for them. But when it comes to team building, we can't let them go out there on their own. We are shooting ourselves and them in the foot if we expect them to go out and tell the business story successfully and start building a strong team. There's a tool available to us now, and I don't know how many of you have visited the, I know we're going to do an in-depth call on this in a couple of weeks, I believe, on the Freedom Revolution, Sharon. We're going to spend more time in depth, but in the meantime, I would love for all of you on this call, and I want you to encourage your team members to go to the Healthy Living Revolution website, click on the Reps Only section, type in Revolution, all small letters, and bring up the Freedom Revolution download. It's several pages long, and it's everything that a new person needs to know about getting started telling the Juice Plus story. Here's the invitation, and I am going to read this to you. It's right here. The new person calls a friend, a family member, an acquaintance. Hi, do you have a quick minute? I have a question for you. I'm starting a new virtual franchise. My friend and I are hosting a 30-minute online event. The plan is to network with key people we know, share some quick information about family health, some personal stories about our mission, and I thought of you specifically because, and that's where you give them a personal compliment. People love compliments. And make it real, make it from the heart. These are people that you should know fairly well, and so it shouldn't be that difficult. There won't be anything you have to do or buy, but I'd love for you to come and find out about what I'm doing. Starting a business is a big step, and the support of my family and friends means the world to me. If I were to send you an invitation, would you check out the dates and see if you could come? Now, can a new person do that with no trepidations at all? Just invite as many people as possible. And then there is an entire multi-page script here that Sharon or Nancy or Beth or BJ or Charlene or someone who has a story that we have experienced can tell and share with your contact, with the new person's contacts. Isn't this, it's just an ingenious way, but it doesn't stop there. Some of us have been in the business for a little while and could still benefit from fluffing out our organizations a little bit. So there's an invitation script for people who've been around for a while. I have a business question for you. I'm launching a new season of my Juice Plus business. And what better time than the new year to let people know, yeah, I'm still doing it. You know, that thing you might have made fun of a few years ago, it's turning out to be pretty doggone good for me. Maybe you'd like to take another look, but the script is right here. And then you ask Upline Support folks and to help you out with this. This was another thing on our list that Ron and I felt might be something that was holding people back from doing these calls. I've heard people say, oh, I don't want to bother you, or you're too busy. You probably wouldn't have time for me. Hey, let me tell you something. At this point in our Juice Plus careers, this is what we do. We love. You know, Dolly, did you all see the movie Hello, Dolly? And Dolly Levi said that her husband had said money should be like manure, spread it around to help young things grow. Sharon and I, Dave and Ron, love to spread ourselves around and help new teams grow. This is where we are now in our Juice Plus businesses. We've spent 30 years fluffing out our organizations. Now we want to help you get to new levels. So don't ever hesitate to call us. You know, if we get overloaded, which would be a wonderful problem to have, if we get overloaded with requests, we might just have to buddy up some of the calls, you know, bundle the calls. But in the meantime, call us, ask us to help you with these. We're willing to help you. We're wanting to help you. You just have to reach out, because I tell people all the time, I'm not going to call you on a daily basis and say, what can I do for you today? You call us and you ask us, and we're here wanting to help you. And you know what we're finding? We're loving doing these, aren't we, Sharon? They're energizing for us too. They're energizing for us. And so, hey, you got to ask, and it'd help if you ask early. Okay, we're going to be scheduling a lot of those. And I think maybe our second or third call of the new year is going to be all about the Freedom Revolution. But I want to encourage you to familiarize yourself with that now. Start a list of people that you want to invite. I just, before we got on this call, had a message from Kathy Wright, who said, I studied all the materials. I'm writing my list. Can we do a call tomorrow to talk about when we're going to do some of these calls? So people are already asking for them. Please do that. Okay, let's see. I wanted to talk to you about that. Now, as far as other reasons for doing connection calls, anytime you hit a snag with an individual that you're talking to, you introduce someone or invite them to take a look, and they're hesitant, or they've got excuses, or, you know, they don't know what they're saying no to, that's a great time for a connection call. You remind me a lot of somebody who's been real successful with this. I'd love for you to have just about 5 minutes to talk to her. Would you be willing to do that? Sharon Rankin turned somebody a total 180 today. Somebody who'd had a bad experience with a bad company, and Sharon did a call with her, and in about 30 minutes, she was completely turned around. We're not magicians, but we've got experience that you don't have. One day last week, Ron sent out a message from John Maxwell that said, I have skills and abilities that you don't have. You have skills and abilities that I don't have. Together, we can accomplish anything. And that's the power of these connection calls. You may be one type of personality, and I want to encourage you to make your plans to come to Kentucky Lakes Boot Camp, because we're going to have a fun event wrapped around finding what kind of personalities people have and what kinds of information they respond to. Some people want to have information that tells them this is fun. Some people want to have information that tells them that this is heartwarming and, you know, we're on a mission. Other people need to have the research information down pat. You can't give, you really want to give the right information to the right person. And Sharon and all the other national marketing directors that you have access to have more experience with feeling those things out. And so use us. Use us. You have skills and abilities I don't have. I have skills and abilities you don't have. Together, we can do anything. We can accomplish anything. I do want to point out that it's very important. We've got so much coming down the pike in the next few weeks. We had 2 powerful calls this morning of your leadership groups, and we've got so much happening. It's very important for you to stay connected. Stay connected on Voxer. You're going to be getting messages daily on Voxer about new things that are happening. Stay connected on these calls, these Monday night Mission Possible calls. We'll be sharing so much new information with you. If you miss a call, you're going to feel like you're a newbie starting all over again. So be on these calls. Get your team members on these calls. If you can't be on live, be sure you listen to the recordings. Sharon and Cammie are so good at getting the information out quickly about the link to the recorded calls. So make sure that if you can't be on live, that you listen to the recorded calls. Make sure your team members are doing this as well. If they hear in your voice how important these calls are, then they will step up and take heed. We're just a few minutes away from Deanne Broderson, who had a brilliant idea that she shared with us this morning about how to finish the month strong. You know, it's really easy in the months of November and December to say, oh, the holidays, oh, I'm busy with this, oh, that's going on. Well, you all proved November didn't hold you back a bit. November was powerful, powerful. So many promotions, so many accomplishments. You will definitely want to tune in next week for the wins and wows, because there are a lot of them. But December, you know, December is another challenge. And we want you to finish this month strongly. And Deanne Broderson had a great idea for a way to do that and make sure you're at least getting some new customer orders at the end of the month. So Sharon, if you want to, will Deanne unmute herself and share this concept with us?
Yep, Deanne.
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Well, thanks for all the credit, but really we were brainstorming how to... I just was selected to talk to you about that. Okay, guys, this is the perfect time to be promoting the Shred 10 in January, the most important shred of the year, because everybody and their grandmother is looking for a way to get back on track in January, and we have the answer. And let me point out to you, you will start seeing things on television, all kinds of ads for crazy stuff that's not healthy. Do you really want your loved ones and friends signing up for that because they don't have an option that you have in your back pocket? So right now, this is the greatest time to, I am going to station myself next to the dessert station at every holiday celebration that I go to. I'm stuffing my mouth and I'm saying, you know what? Some friends of mine really started something great last year. It's 10 days of focused, clean eating and healthy habits. We're starting January 2nd. We have a plan after the holidays to really, get back on track, because I get off track. I don't know. Do you get off track? Like, do you want in? Like, let's do this. And now is the time. You can send them information, the informational videos. You can follow up with them and say, okay, let's get your order in. So come January 2nd, you're ready to go with your shakes and your trio capsules and all that. And by the way, do you have a buddy you want to do this with? So this is the time. And I want to point out, we're doing a shred right now. These are your die-hard raving fan customers who are shredding in the month of December. Hello. Let's reward them. Contact them. We're going to be putting stuff on the Facebook page. I will do a video myself talking about this. And it is better with a buddy. Who says everything's better with a buddy? Jay Martin. Hello. So tell your customers, your Raving Fan customers who are shredding with us, hey, if you bring on a buddy to do the shred with us in January, I'm going to give you a gift. And you as the rep will determine what that is. It could be a shaker bottle. It could be a water bottle. It could be a printed copy of the cookbook. I mean, and you can say, and I will give your friend that gets on board a gift too. And it could be, 5 days of trio capsules to get them started, whatever that is. Get their order in December and rock and roll in January. Everybody's looking for a way to get back on track with their health habits. Are you going to let them go to an unhealthy option out there? This crazy stuff that's out there? Or are you going to let them, I talked to a customer of mine today who has lost 20 pounds since he started shredding with us in August. And this is a guy who really, really needs that. And so I'm telling you, it works. It works. So be excited. Get them connected to somebody else in the community who has had success with shredding. Connection calls with your upline. I'm just super excited. Can you tell?
Yes.
So let's shred. Let's shred.
Good job, Deanne. Thank you so much. And Sharon, back to you. We'll let you close it out.
Thank you, Nancy, and thank you, Deanne. It's like, I love your enthusiasm. Everything is better with a buddy, guys. Did you hear that? I wrote that one down. Write it down. Everything's better with a buddy. Grab a friend and let's January shred. Come on. You'll get a free gift. I love this, and if we'll all grab onto this, we've got some great participation going on our shred right now, the one that's happening. Now, I'm doing the shred. Let me just tell you, I had to go to a big church potluck tonight. I did not eat one drop of dessert. I took my own energy balls, I ate 2 of them, and took my own sparkling water. No caffeine or dessert. How good is that? In a big church potluck. It was pretty easy, actually. So I know that I'm being accountable to my partners. So thank you, Nancy. Thank you, Deanne. Thank you, everyone, for being on this call this evening. Your presence here says that your business matters. Your presence here says that your growth matters and your future matters and others matter. So thank you so much. Have a super, super week, a very productive week. Let's plant some seeds. Start strong and finish strong. And this month is a focus. If you'll check out your Voxers, I'm putting focus on courage. It takes courage to step out of our comfort zones, and watch for the courage quote. So love you guys. God bless you, Nancy. Love you guys, and have a great rest of the week. Thank you.
Talk my voice away.
Thank you, Nancy. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thanks, Nancy, Sharon, and Deanne.
Love you guys.
Great
Love
job.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.